Hey everyone, it's Audrey here. I'm with my son Henry. Henry, say hello.
Hello.
So we are at our local Babies R Us. Now you guys know I am on the Pampers blogger board, and the amazing thing about being on the blogger board is that you get to do some really fun, unique things by being on the baby board. You have some opportunities that I really appreciate. They're all about giving back to your community offline and online. And I actually received a grant, $2,500 from Pampers. It's a Better for Baby grant. You're probably seeing a lot of the other bloggers and my friends talking about it online. We're able to go out in the community and do something special with this grant. And my friend Tiffany, who's also on the Pampers blogger board, went to her local Babies R Us and gifted people, surprised them by purchasing an item for them or diapers or just something that she saw people needed in Babies R Us. So I love that. I was inspired by that. And what I loved about it was that, you know, just kind of on a random day, never knowing what kind of day somebody had, a good day, a bad day, a tough day. They're in Babies R Us right now for a reason. I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what they want, but just kind of having that surprise, because we're all trying to do the best we can raising our children. We're all trying to make the lives of our children better, and it's not always easy, where it can be overwhelming, it can be stressful, and it's the best thing you'll ever do in your life, this parenthood journey. And it's just, we're all in this together, and I love that Pampers embraces that and celebrates that and knows that it's just all about better for baby. So I want to head in there. My goal is to find shoppers that we can do something special with this $2,500 grant. I want to be able to make someone's day brighter, happier from Pampers. So are you ready to head in, Henry? Are you ready to see if we're gonna be able to find some really great people in there that we can do something for?
Yeah.
I see a lot of cars, so I'm hoping that means that the store is busy, but we are gonna go surprise people on this random night and hopefully again put a smile on their face. So here we go. All right, we're heading in. Are you ready, Henry?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Come on, let's go make someone's day. Come on. Okay, so we found two families. Both of them were speechless. One of them actually teared up. So this is, they don't want to be in video. I'm gonna try to get a picture, but this is so cool. I wish I was able to do this all the time. They were so appreciative. So we're bringing an extra cart down. Good job, Henry. Good job, Henry, helping me out all the way to the end. They're all the way at the end. Hey everyone, it's Audrey here. So I'm back. I needed a couple hours to kind of process what happened. It was so absolutely incredible and emotional. I wasn't expecting how emotional it was going to be, not only for the people that received some of the cool gifts tonight, but also for me. It's funny, I was crying and hugging, and the families that we got to surprise tonight were crying and hugging, and my son Henry was like, I thought we were here to make people happy. He couldn't process that these were true happy tears. I just wanted to quickly recap, and I hope I can be quick. I don't want to make this a 20-minute video, and I'm sure I could. But I want to first start off saying that I went in with the hope to maybe videotape a lot of this. And the best way I can say this was, it just wasn't the forum. It wasn't the moment wasn't right to do that. Being in Babies R Us and chatting with these families and talking with them and then saying, hey, let me take out my video camera and have my son shoot. It just didn't work out the way that I originally had intended it to. And truly, it just, it wasn't right at that moment to do it. I was able to get some photos after when I was checking out with the families and I got to know them and hang out with them. I got to take a photo with them. So I'm excited to share those images on my blog and with you and with Pampers. I'm with Victoria right now in her bedroom. We're getting ready to put her to bed, but I just wanted to sit down and do this video. But this is what was so fun and incredible and special about tonight is that, at Babies R Us, I found 5 families that I was able to gift and purchase diapers and wipes and essentials for them. The cool thing was that none of these families went in tonight expecting anything, wanting anything, thinking they were gonna get anything. This was true, deep appreciation, shock, and surprise from them. it basically started off with, I found a young couple walking around with a little baby. He was born 2 weeks ago. She had a C-section, and they were just kind of in there for diapers that night. They were walking around, and I had just stopped them and said, hey guys, how are you? How are you? I'm Audrey, and this is my son Henry. And I explained that I, doing this with Pampers. And I said, are you buying diapers tonight? And they were like, yeah, actually, that's why we're in here. We're kind of looking around for other stuff too. Just very innocent. And I said, listen, I'd like to have you purchase a box of diapers, a box of wipes, but I'd also like to get you 5 more of them. I'd like to get you, I wanted to get them almost like as much as I could, about a 6-month worth of diapers and wipes. To say that they were floored is an understatement. I mean, generally, I feel like, and this happened with every family, they kind of looked around thinking that they must be on candid camera. This could not be true. This could not be actually happening. The cool thing was that it was true and it was happening. And to see the excitement, to see the, wow, no, are you serious? Like no one's ever done this for us before. This is amazing. And to see too, it being a 2-week-old baby. We all know what it was like those first weeks when we had the babies. You're delirious. You're, up, down, right, left. You don't kind of know what's going on. This is their first baby. They were so in love with their baby. I was so excited to have this be the first family that we got to chat with, and they were over the moon. And then the next people that we got to do this for was, it was a mom there with her baby girl, and her baby girl was about, I think she had said a month old, and she was there with her mother. So it was 3 generations. You had the granddaughter, the mother, and the grandma. They were the ones, I feel like, for me, that really just stood out, I guess, the most, because they genuinely, I had seen them in there for a good 30 minutes before I was able to approach them. And they were looking at strollers and high chairs, kind of walking around, and they were down near the diapers and the formula section and the baby wash at Our Babies R Us. And I stopped them, and I did exactly what I said, hey, are you gonna, is this your baby? And started a conversation. And immediately it was complete shock and surprise and awe that somebody wanted to do this for them. And it wasn't just, it's not me. It was, I got to be the vehicle. I got to be the messenger from Pampers. And it was just really impactful. It really left an impression. I mean, to see somebody tear up immediately. The mom was tearing up. The grandma was tearing up. Everybody has a story. And everybody, we all come to the journey of motherhood. And there is so much that we need for our babies. To be able to see the true, deep appreciation from this family last night, I can't even. It was utterly, just incredible. I can't, it's very difficult for me to put this into words. They were just so appreciative and so thankful. And, what can we do? Like, that's what everybody, what can we do? They all wanted to pay it forward some way, which I thought was a beautiful thing. And then we ran into another grandma, mom, and grandson. Giovanni was his name. Adorable, so handsome, 10 months old. We got to give them with 5 boxes of diapers, 5 big boxes of wet wipes. Again, true deep appreciation. Like, thank you so much. And then we got to meet another, I actually saw a mother by herself with her son in a cart, and she was walking up to the register with 1 package of diapers. And I was like, no. Let's go back to the diaper section. I want to gift to you from Pampers. I want to get you 4 more boxes of diapers and 5 packages of wet wipes. And it was so cute. She was getting 4 little packages of food for him that I was able to purchase too. She goes, wait, I have a coupon for those. And in a little toothbrush for him. It was just, the appreciation was beyond. I really wasn't expecting the emotional piece from not only myself again, but from everybody. And then the last family I got to meet was an adorable little girl. She was born September 8th. Her mom and dad were there with her last night. The mom, Jessica, was so sweet. The father, Chris, was just so adorable. They were such a cute couple. And they were looking at little Christmas dresses for their daughter. And that's when I got to approach them and chat with them about Pampers and what I was doing. And I was like, let's go down and get you guys some diapers and some wet wipes. And they were the last family of the night too. And then as we were leaving, they were saying, I said, so why'd you guys come in tonight? And she's like, actually, we were looking for a rocker because every night, she only falls asleep with me rocking back and forth. And I noticed that they didn't get the rocker. And like, oh, the one that we'll come back and get it. No, like, this is amazing. And and I knew, because I was able to look at the gift card to see how much was left. I had about $300 left. I said, you know what? This is what you guys came in for. This is what you guys need for your beautiful new baby girl. I want to have Pampers gift this to you as well. And they were, the husband, the wife, they were just beyond. The husband actually said, nothing good ever happens to us. Nothing. He kept saying that nothing good ever happens to us. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. And I just, kept saying, well, your luck has now turned, right? You came in at the right time. It was just all of these families, right place at the right time, and they were the perfect families. Everybody so appreciative, and just, I can't say enough. Pampers, I know this has gone on now for almost 8 minutes. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you. What? Come here for this incredible opportunity. You want to get your ducky? We're all in this for this. This is what we want. This beautiful little, family that we have, that all of us have. We're all in this together. Thank you for allowing me this gift to be able to give it back to all these families. Amazing. Just simply amazing. And hugs, and I got to get hugs from everybody. So it was a true amazing night. Thank you. And now I have to get her ducky. Want me to get your ducky?
Yeah.
Can you say bye?
Bye.